Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. Or like those assholes. Ground rising, beautiful souls. If somebody came in my room while I was sleeping, like if I was at like a bed and breakfast or somebody, or just anyone, bro, if I had to fucking open my eyes and somebody says some stupid shit like that to me in the morning, you're not gonna be met with the same energy. Grand rising, beautiful. Huh? Are you talking to me? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix, Lilith reincarnated, your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, guru, yogi, messenger of God, child of God, here on a Wednesday. It's a Mercury day. We're supposed to speak. We have speeches to be made. Speak up on it. Speak up on it. I guess. What are we speaking about? What are we talking about today, Willis? Oh no. I have a couple things to talk about, some good stuff. Let's talk with the good stuff. Let's start with some good stuff. I was talking to my homeboy about, getting my trailer and stuff. We were making all of these, I'm preparing for shit, right? And I was telling him how I was like, I was showing him all of the campgrounds here in Colorado and all of this stuff. And he's like, what he tells me, you got to be careful, dude. You're opening too many doors for me. So he tells me, he's like, well, you could if it's somewhere here in Colorado, I could tow it there if you're going to be there long term. If you're going to stay for a whole season, you could get you a bigger trailer and I'll just tow it over there and you don't got to do all this shit with your car. What? Yeah? He's like, yeah, if it's somewhere here in Colorado, I got my truck. He's like, we started laughing so hard. He's like, shit, I could hook that shit to my fucking trailer. He's all, but it'll look hella funny. And he started calling it, I forgot what he called it, but I was like, oh, like carrying a she shed. He's like, yeah, like right now I got I got my trailer in my garage, but now we'll have to get rid of the garage and carry around a little, what did he call it? A mother-in-law suite. That's what he called it. He's like, we just started laughing super hard. First off, just to have the convoy of it. He's like, imagine the Flintstones, right? They're up on the front and they're carrying this big old trailer and you got Fred Flintstone's mother-in-law in the back waving at the fucking people. I was like, long live the queen, huh? We started laughing about it. But anyways, he was telling me that. He's like, because I told him that's what I want to do. Is I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking hook one of these trailers up at one of these fucking RV parks and we're going to get it going. He's like, well, just get the fucking, if that's what you're going to do, I'll take the trailer for you. Like, wow. So that was cool. Again, because, I went from, I want a big trailer, but I ain't got a big car, to, okay, you can put a small to medium size trailer on your little car. So then I downsized, only to turn around and be like, no, you could get a big trailer. I got you. And then remembering I could still do the same damn thing and rent a fucking, rent a truck to fucking carry that shit if I needed to, but he already offered. I was like, oh, that's cool. It fucked up everything because I had just went through and got rid of all the big trailers I was looking at, only to turn around and but that was cool. So it's funny because it's like, it's fucked up. It's like, all right, get the trailer and then get the job. But then it's like, get the job and then get the trailer. What about the car? What about a job? Like, it's just so much. I'm like, okay, you threw me all off again. Everything's all up in the air again. Good stuff, though. Again, awesome possibilities. Awesome sauce. And when I started talking about down south, and I started telling him about it, he got real excited because that's where he's got a lot of his family, was down south, And I was like, Colorado's Colorado. I'm not really going to go into the mountains. I don't, because they have they have locations at Estes Park. I'm like, wow, Grand, Grand Lake and shit, all over the place. I'm like, damn. But realistically, I'm not that campy. I'm not that woodsy. I need there to be a Walmart nearby. When you drive through and shit. Real talk. Anyway, so I'm getting, I'm getting serious on it, but seriously just getting excited about it, if anything. So, there's the good stuff. And I shared these motherfuckers, my fucking spirit guides and God. Going back to grand rising, beautiful soul. Okay, you're meeting the Lilith for the first time. This is a creature that's full of, you know what I mean, animosity and hate, but still curiosity and love. You know what I mean? In the sense of, if you come up on a fucking, you know what I mean, a Pegasus, there's no guarantee I'm gonna bow my head to you. I might stomp you, bitch. What are you talking about? What you doing sneaking up on me with that shit? Going back to it. So anyways, talking about my spirit guides and all this bullshit. What the fuck are you doing out there? I shared this thing in my shorts. It was all when you're trying to get off the twin flame journey and you're calling in a soulmate, but your spirit guides keep bombarding you with twin flame fucking synchronicities. Like, if y'all don't get out of my face with this shit. That's what I said. I was like, he comes up in my cards. I wake up in the middle of the fucking morning. They're reminding of him. So that was Bobby 2 days ago. But then we were talking so much about fucking Marshall and all. How many do you have? I have 12 plus 2, bro. They're just not all fucking so heavy duty. They're not all so dark, dude. The more I go through the darkness, the more I gotta deal with their dark ass. They're like, oh, I'm your partner in crime. No, you are the crime against humanity. Not my partner. You're making this hard. My partner would be working with me, not against me, douchebag. Anyways, going back to it. So there was, twin flame number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I think even Tree came in there. There was a bunch of those twin flame fuckers. And then last night I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and they're like, oh, and don't forget about Russ. Go look at Russ. And I'm looking at his page. There's nothing new. But it's such an awkward thing, dude. I literally am looking at a complete stranger, bro. It's like, you can hear that he's not to me. He's just like it's like, there's nothing strange about us other than his behavior. It's like, I know this guy, like, I don't want to know this guy. But in the essence, I look at him like, who the fuck, what the fuck? So they put me in that all that energy in the middle of the night. I'm like, go fuck yourself. And I wake up this morning still in it. And then it's like, I go to sit down and the sun's beaming on my face, and here comes Allie with the sunrise. I'm like, you motherfuckers don't get out. I had shared it before I went to bed. And then I woke up this morning and posted some more shit. It's like, bro, we are never fucking apart. We don't never have to be together to even be together, bro. We are always together, like. And then, I was thinking about Royce. Fucking Royce, you brought all this bullshit into my life, Royce. As a twin flame. Bitch, you done brought all this bullshit into my life. I know, right? I was thinking about it. I was like, I didn't fucking follow Royce for Eminem or nothing. I followed Royce because I liked his energy. And then fucking around with Royce, I end up with Russ. And then I end up with fucking Dash and all these fucking... You know what, bro? You need to choose your friends more. No, just kidding. Going back to these fucking twin flame motherfuckers. And then, that video yesterday. I feel sorry for you. You should feel sorry for me. I don't want to be part of it either, dude. They don't want to be part of it. We don't want to be part of this, but there's no way out of this, bro. Trust me. Trust me. I have done everything, bro. Everything. Motherfucking everything, bro. And it only makes me all fucked up, bro. I told you. I have to surrender to this bullshit. Meaning, I gotta love them. What is that? Meaning, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. I'm telling you. You're like, do you like him? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm sitting there scrolling through Russ's picture. What did I like about you? What did I like about you? And that's going back to Bobby. What did I like about you? How come I'm in love with you? The fuck do you like about this guy? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. What do you like about your ex? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. I don't think I like is an actual thing in this. I don't think you have to like someone to love them, bro. Or just not me. I don't really like a lot of the people I love. I'm being fucking real. And I'm like, I don't know what these fucking twin flame... I hate you fucking twin flame community that act like it's love and light, bitch. I'm gonna fucking put you in my shit, bro. Have them waking you up with this bullshit, reminding you of these douchebags that you just wish you could forget, that you'll never forget. And it's a two-way road, bro. I haunt them as much, probably more, because I have better shit to do with my time. Oh yeah, that came up too. So I'm sitting here I was in the alley watching the sun come up, waiting for someone to take me for a ride. I saw Coolio. We ain't even got no car. I'm go to the beach. I ain't even got no car. I mean, shit, we can find a way. I got magic carpet. Going back to it, it's like, you don't have time. You don't give yourself time. Right? I'm sitting here, it's like, I got all the time in the world. But then you're like, what do you do with all this time? Time, it's on my hands. God just wants you to really enjoy the time that he's given you. But then when you really, accept it, you're like, damn, I got a whole ass 24 hours. I got a whole life ahead of me. Talking about wasted my life. Bro, there's a lot of life to live. There's a lot of minutes in an hour and a lot of days and a lot of weeks, and we got a lot going on. But realistically, all that happens when you're doing nothing. You know what I mean? You're cramming your time. And I feel it too. It's like, well, what do I do now? Nothing. Okay. Now what do I do? Nothing. Why does he want me to do nothing? Because in that moment of not being busy outside, you start... The ducks. There's probably a sign of something. We might need to pull the duck card. Duck goose. It's when nothing is happening, when so much more can happen. And it's like, fuck. And, you can either take this time or God will make you take the time, but you got to take the time to just, sit in his time is, the nothing. You're like, where is divine time? In the nothing? Everything starts from nothing, bro. If you go back to nothing, you can create from there. You can see all the creation made. So you just sit in the nothing. Now, it's been a long time since I got comfortable, but it's like, what's the difference? That's what I was sitting here. It's like, what's the difference between here or if I'm at a hotel or wherever I'm at? Even if I was at home, I would come out of my house and sit and do nothing until, God pushed me to do something. That's what I said in the post. I was like, I'm actually pretty simple in all of my complexities. You just have to put me outside. That's all God asks of me. And all kinds of unbelievable things come from being outside. You know what I mean? And what is outside? Nature, bro. You're connected to nature and everything outside. You're back connected. You know what I mean? He wants you connected, not disconnected, but you have to disconnect from one world to connect to the other. You know what I mean? Truthfully. And so, it's supposed to be all glory to God in the day that he's given us, the adventure of today. And that's what it is if you don't have, if you don't have plans for the day, then you can walk in God's plan for your life of the day. And if he didn't plan anything for you to do, then he gave you rest and peace, meaning you weren't needed in the world that he's created. Not that you don't have a place, but that you didn't have to go out there and have to struggle with the people. It is a struggle just getting on the fucking road and getting around people. It's a struggle to go to the store. It's a struggle with people. You got to struggle with people. You got to struggle throughout your day. And if God says you don't have to go out today, you ain't going to go out like that. You don't. You know what I mean? Ultimately, that is the challenge. That is the adventure. We're going into town. You know what I mean? Like, oof. How was town? Oh, man, let me tell you all the things that I saw and what happened while we were there. Just trying to go to the fucking store. Just trying to pay our bills. Just trying to, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's like, there's lots of people that want to be part of all of it. Oh, I want to be in the traffic and I want to be part of it, because you feel so left out. But there's us that are like, I only have to be part of it when I have to be part of it. But then there's the parts of you that are like, well, you feel like you're being left out because you're not part of the fucking rat race. And that's all it is a rat race. Oh, please don't make me say this. Okay, I just burped. If I don't say it, I'm going to throw up. You can't hold back shit. Hey, bitch, the only thing worse than your music is your fucking reels. They put me on your TikTok, bro. That shit is garbage. Fuck your cringe. Not to say that his videos are any better. It's because you don't feel it. You don't feel it. Oh, God. And then they're showing me fucking Turning Tides. I was sitting in Ray's house and I was trying to get to that video to show him, and Turning Tides Tarot showed up. And that bitch was a full face view of her. I was like, look at this bitch. Tell me what you get off of her, and I'll tell you what I get off of her. He's all, who is she? I was like, she's nobody. She's just a tarot read. But tell me what you feel off of her when she's talking. And I didn't actually give him a chance. He didn't really formulate an opinion off of her. But it's like the very vision of her is fake, bro. She comes off as that grand rising. I can see it, bro. She's evil, bro. She has a lot of repressed anger and violence. She has a violent side to her that I can see. I can see it, dude. I feel like I want to pick at her just so everyone can see it, bro. Like I could flash a light. And I feel like she's so easily temperamental, bro. Like if I sat in her living room and just started playing like a kid, flashing the lights, you'd watch her turn into a maniac and start screaming and shit. She's very fucking temperamental, bro. I can see it. She's extremely explosive. She's hiding it. She's a mommy dearest, bro. At least mine, you know that I'm angry. You know that I have feelings. She's repressing it. She represses it in this quiet. She's like Russ's mom, bro, where they look all nice and friendly on the side and smile. And, you know, they look, but they're conniving the whole time. They're thinking and conniving. She's got a lot of it, bro. She has not done any inner work, bro. None of it. You can see it on her, bro. You can see she's just waiting to snap, bro. She is an episode of fucking Snapped. What happened to her? They're showing me abuse. And that's it. What happens is you normalize the abuse. Somebody treated you like this and you think that's how people treat people. You normalize it, you accept it. She's one of those people, bro, that you become a victim, you stay a victim until you become a perpetrator. She's abusive, bro. I could see her as a huge fucking screamer. I can see the evil in her eyes, bro. It reminds me of my mom, where she'll just snap, bro. You can see it in her face, bro. It's all in her aura. But then she tries to come out. Okay, well, we're calling on spirit for all love and light and blah 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 blah. It's like one of those people that go to church after they sin, bro. Like they do it like one of those fucking, you know what I mean, like a remorseful fucking killer. Like, I don't want to be this way, God, but you know, like one of those people, like they just rape someone and then they go run into the church and ask God to forgive them and take this away from them. Like she has full-on demons that she hasn't learned to understand and work with, and now they you know what I mean? Like she might have like a fucking porn addiction or something weird. It's pouring out somewhere. She's got something weird where it's pouring out. And I told you, I have this vision. This is what I told Ray. I have this vision. I see her. She's like in her kitchen. And she's talking to someone down the hallway. You know, they're in the living room and she's putting something in their food. Not full of poisoning, but she's putting something in their food to fuck with them. I see it, bro. I see this shit. You're like, you're crazy. Bro, I guess, if you want. And that's what I mean. It's like in those moments, you can see more than you ever thought you saw. And that's what a higher vibrational person is. We have a higher perspective of what's going on. We can see past your words. We can see past your actions. We can see inside of you, dude. I can recognize the darkness, the evil inside of me is in you, bro. I can see the vengeance and the wrath. I can see violence inside of her. I can see it, bro. Screaming, especially. She's got screaming in her. She keeps it low, but she's a fucking screamer. She did this video where she snapped about somebody parking in her parking space. Hey, bro, I've got plenty of those videos. But that's what I mean is when you repress it for so long, you turn into a maniac. You know what I mean? You have to let these things flow. You have to put your shadow on when your shadow's there. Her shadow is in her skin, bro. You can see it on her skin. Marshall doesn't show it. He speaks of his shadow. He brings it out. He doesn't wear it. It's not outside of him. Like, you can look at her face and look, you know what I mean? I see myself. It's like, she looks like a very evil, unapproachable bitch. Like, if you rub this bitch the wrong way, she's gonna fucking snap. Again, I recognize myself in you, and that's all. But yeah, that's what they had me doing today, is looking at stupid shit. You were on TikTok? I know, right? I don't even have a TikTok. Maybe that's why they want me to get on TikTok. And, you know, looking at you, I'm like, damn, I'm much better at this than you are. And that's your own song, bitch. That's your own song. And that's how Russ's weird videos are, too. He doesn't, you know, I'm hearing Marshall. He's like, you're good at videos, but your delivery wasn't so good. In the sense of, you know, you can't deliver, there's no truth behind your words. You know what I mean? That's what a good video is like you can feel them projecting their words, and you know what I mean, they're really, you know, saying it. And hers were horrendous. They were awful. And that goes back to, you know what I mean, the same thing. It's the same exact thing as talking about Turning Tides Tarot, bro. It's like she's trying to deliver a love and light message, but she's not a love and light being. I don't even know what the message was, bro. I don't even know what it was. I think it even started with the Queen of Cups. Just as like, she's the opposite of a Queen of Cups, dude. This is a woman, what did we say that was the opposite of it? Who's wasted all their talent, who's self-loathing, and it stems from drugs, alcohol, and abuse. Drugs, alcohol, food, and she's a fat ass, and abuse. She says she's in a twin flame journey, completely rejected by some man, whoever that man might be, and that rejection is wore very thick on her channel. And that goes back to Kelly, her best friend. You know what I mean? Which is lunar eclipse tarot, dude. It's like, we can see it all over you, bro. And literally, you know what I mean? It's like, you're not unconditionally loving. And that's it. It comes out. They're just repeating what they've been told. And that's what your conscious is, bro. You're just speaking from the words that have been put inside of you. You know what I mean? The information. You're a programmed avatar. But the real you is showing through, dude. The real you is showing through. So yeah. And then you go back to Russia's and now I can look at it. It's like, who are you under this? Who is this guy, bro? And that's it. It's like every one of his, you know what I mean? He's always like, 1 minute he's this, 1 minute he's that. And that's that Queen of Cups too. Very emotionally unstable. It's like, didn't you make a song about, going back to this bitch, didn't you make a song about I won't forgive you or something? Wasn't there a song talking about forgiveness? And now you're out here talking about I'll just sit in the room and you won't even notice. Like, I will beg for your fucking attention and just sit here and, you know what I mean, just be a fucking fly on the wall. And your red flags don't matter. I'll still love you. Oh my God, Becky. As soon as she said it, I was like, this is going to be very disempowering. But she's a disempowered girl. She doesn't have, you know what I mean? Going back to her stupid video, it's very demure. This is not demure. Do you know how to spell that word? Can you use it in a sentence? There's nothing demure about a 25-year-old drinking alcohol at every fucking, you know what I mean? At every fucking sit down, every fucking meal. That's not demure. That's alcoholism. That comes from your mother, because every time you get together, you guys are doing the same thing. Cups up, bitch. Cups up. Where'd your alcoholism come from? Your mother. Let's get together and have a drink. Let's have a drink. Let's have a drink. So then when you get with everyone, let's have a drink. You normalized, you know what I mean? You're carrying on your parents' fucking generational curses. You are your mother. You even dress her in your clothes, and she tries to. Ew. No, she's not your best friend. She's supposed to be your mother. She's not a mother, and that's what's wrong with you. Taught you. We all had these twisted ass fucking mothers. Twisted sisters is what I heard. In the essence, it's not their fault. Your grandmother was probably a great grandmother, right? So you need to learn to mother yourself and stop going out here begging for attention and nurturing and love from other people, places, and things. Am I talking to her or all of us? Guys, all of us. We need to love ourselves in ways that other people didn't. Instead of going out there trying to get people to love us in ways we've never felt. You're not going to give me a love that nobody else gave me. I've got to give that love to myself, so I don't need it. You know what I mean? It's a lack. And that goes back to, these twin flames and shit. It's like, they won't. They believe that this is their one and only, and that there's, you know what I mean? They've got to sacrifice themselves for this person that doesn't want them. I had to stop there because, that's really the truth in the twin flame journey. It's like, fuck. When are you going to accept that, bro? It goes both ways. You know what I mean? I kept sacrificing myself for my twin flames who didn't want me. And vice versa. When I got healed, I kept going to the place, I'm not sacrificing myself. I don't want you. They don't want to accept that, bro. And that's, going back to Russ, that was the fight. How many fucking times, and that's Bobby, how many times do I got to tell you I can't be who you want? And that was Russ. How many times do I got to show this girl that I don't want nothing to do with this girl? And that's me. How many times do I got to show you I want nothing to fucking do with you? You don't fully understand this twin flame journey because you haven't actually took the fucking journey. You're just obsessing over a person that you have very strong feelings for. You're letting those feelings get the best of you instead of understanding what those feelings are, you know what I mean? Exploring those feelings. Instead, you're trying to fucking get them fed, you know what I mean? It's like, all that love that I have for them, it wasn't about them, you know, I need you to give me this love back. It's that I need to understand this love and where it's coming from and why I want to give so much of it to you. It wasn't a, I need you to love me back. It was more like, I need to get this out of me and give it to you because it's for you. I have all this love for you that I have to give to you. And I don't want to give it to you because I know I'm not going to get anything in return. And that's where the unconditional love starts to develop. It's like a conditional love is, I'm going to love you because I know you'll love me back. Unconditional is, I have all this love to you, and even though you don't love me back and you don't want it, I have to give it to you because it's for you. You know what I mean? But it's not like, you know, and that's where it is. It's like, I give them all this love, not with the intention that, you know, it's going to be enough that, you know, if I love Russ enough, he's going to leave her. Is that what I truly want? You know what I mean? I want him to leave her and me win, or I want him to fucking, you know what I mean, be free and heal like me. And that she is standing in his way, as well as Lewis's job and all of these things. Am I trying to fucking, you know, and that's what Bobby said to me. It always sticks with me. He's like, why does somebody have to lose their life for you to feel love? He thought that it was that I needed this, you know what I mean? In essence, yeah, bro, we can't be together unless you leave your wife. That's not, you know what I mean? You make it sound so awful, but it's really the truth. There is a huge fucking wrench in between us called your life. If you want a life with me, then you've got to walk away from that one, dude. You can't live in both worlds. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't expect a good woman like me to play second fiddle to a piece of shit like her. No offense, she's not. She's his wife, and she takes care of his kids, and she loves him, and she cares for him, and she feeds him, and she washes his clothes, and she wipes his fucking tears, and she's his wife. But you can't ask me to do that when you got one. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, you know, and that's what I told you. It's like, just because I feel like this doesn't mean I can force this on him. And I'm not going to destroy their life because of how I feel. But I'm not allowed to, you know what I mean? I've tried to push it away and act like I don't feel this way, and you're not this important, and I don't want all these things. You know what I mean? Hold on. And that's coming to terms with it and shit. And it's like, you know, going back to fucking Kelly. Kelly, you really want him to leave his long-term wife and all this shit? That's gonna make you happy? In the essence, in the beginning, you think that's what you want. And that's where I go back. It's like, what did you want from them? I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I just knew I was feeling so much that I was willing to do anything for those feelings. I wasn't thinking. And if I was, it was distorted by my own feelings and my own fucking, you know what I mean? What my own desires. And when that happens, you're not thinking about everybody else. And it's like, where in this whole idea, and that's where I get back to God, it's like, where in this whole idea did I think this was going to work out? I never did, and that's why I fought it. I never thought it was going to work out, so I kept just trying to repress it. There's nothing, you know what I mean? Nothing good will come out of loving these men. They're not going to love me back. And that's not true. That was a programming. Lots of good came out of loving these men. And you want to know what? They all love me back. You know what I mean? I had to take a minute. I see Russ. It's like, all he wanted was love, but when I gave it to him, he just didn't, you know what I mean? He just wanted it to go away. And I'm similar to that. That's all of us, you know? But then after he finally accepted, you know, after so long that she does love me, it was easier for him to accept how he felt. After I finally realized how I felt, they can finally open up. If I can't tell them, how, you know what I mean, be sure on how I feel, then how the fuck are they going to be sure? You know what I mean? And that's why it's, you know, the self-discovery, and it's, you know what I mean, it's a mirror effect and shit like that. But going back to these women, if you don't heal and show them how to heal, then nobody's healing anything. The divine feminine inside of us, and that's where it is too, is some of my men are able to heal faster because they were already working through their divine feminine. You know what I mean? They had to heal. We all have to heal our divine masculine through our feelings. Some of them were more in tune with their feelings than the rest of us. But, you know, going back to this whole thing, it's like, that's what this journey is about. And go back to the beginning of your fucking teachings. Stop looking at it as your desire, that this is my person, and understand this is a person that God has given you to love, and will and does love you back, but it's not a possession. You know what I mean? I don't own them, and they don't own me, but we're always together. Do you know what I mean? Nothing that they can do will make me stop loving them. That's where the conditions come. It's like, I can't love you anymore. I can't forgive you. I can't this and that. You know what I mean? You have limitations to what you yourself can do. God has no limits in the sense of, I can forgive this. I can, you know what I mean? I can accept this. I can understand this. I can have compassion for this. You know? And it's going back to, it's like, I've been through this I've been through the ringer for 3 years with this, and going through one after another of, I don't want to love you. I don't want these feelings. I don't know where they came from. I don't want to act in them. I wish they would just go away. I'm going to do everything I can to make this stop. I had to go through many men wish death upon me. Fuck you, 50. I don't like that guy either. And then they come with their shitty ass friends, their family members, their fucking girlfriends, their fucking colleagues, all this shit too. Come with all this shit. You know what I come with? 2 kids and a dog, and they're amazing. You got so much shit, but I didn't before. I had a lot of shit going on until I didn't have no shit going on. I had to let all that shit go. It's too much baggage for me and anyone else. Put that shit to rest. Going back to it. Fuck Marshall. He's all cool until you gotta realize who his friends are. Like, eventually he's gonna take you out to meet some people. Damn, your people suck, bro. Like, really? I know they're important to you, but fuck. Russ, his family, they're so important to, I know they are, but fuck. Do you understand that these people are holding you down? Forgive me. But, you know, going full circle jerkers, it's like, you know, that's what it is. Through them, I find my divinity, and I share divinity with others. I don't get, you know what I mean? They're not my boyfriends. And that's what I told fucking Bobby. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your fucking friend. I'm your fucking twin flame. When you start telling people I'm your fucking friend, they expect me to act like a certain way. Your ex, your fucking lover, your mistress, I don't act in any of those ways. Stop fucking trying to say I'm any of that, bro. I'm a whole twin flame. Leave it to them to figure out what the fuck that means. This is something out of this world, bro. Out of this world. And that's what I was trying to tell them yesterday in that video. I was like, I feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? You and your karmic relationships, but what's going on between us is out of this world. You can do everything of this world to try to control it like we have, but you can't. If we can't control it, then what the fuck makes you think you can? It's something inside of us. Inside of us. How are you going to change what's inside of us when we can't? I'm just being honest, bro. We can't get a handle on it. What the fuck? You think you can? You can't get a handle on God's love, bro. It's limitless. It's limitless. Attraction? No. And I should go find that video. When I got all attracted to fucking Wolfman. Tried to figure this out. Why am I attracted to you? Now I'm like, where does attraction come from? And we have to work through that. It's like, there's a difference between an attraction between people. For sure. There's a whole big difference between soul ties and fucking, you know what I mean, karmic contracts and fucking, you know what I mean, twin flames and past life and all of this, dude. You don't really understand the relationships you have with these people and what they really, the foundation of what they are, because you don't question it. You just roll with it and try to keep it going. Try to keep it a good relationship. You don't know, you don't even, you know what I mean, why that, you don't question why this person is even in your life, where they came from, and what you're supposed to learn from them. You're just like, I'm going to hold on to this person. This is my best friend. This is my bestie. Okay. And that's it. It's like there's like 8.2 billion people on the planet, and you don't got room for new friends because you've been friends with your bestie forever. And you guys are like fucking jealous if we hang out with somebody else, and you can't do nothing apart from each other, and you wear the same clothes, and you eat the same fucking food, and you guys are just like, you know what I mean? I want to be just like my bestie. Do you guys, you know, are you Siamese twins? What the fuck is this? Where's the identity? I feel like you're having an identity crisis here. Oh shit, and going back to it, who's the one recording all these terrible videos for Russ and Jonica? Her bestie, bro. She calls herself a creative director and a model. She's awful. She's disgusting. The fucking shit she made, dude. The shit she makes. That's why Russ had to go get a real videographer. She's not a creative director. She says that she is because she's going to tell you what to do based on her imagination. I have an idea. How many of those shirts did you sell? She was the one that came up with the idea for Russ's merch. That looks all, you know what I mean? Those fucking jerseys that are all nasty. They're all covered in shit, dude. It looks like, no offense, Russ, I love you. This has nothing, I mean, I guess it does have something to do with you. And that goes back to it. I said it yesterday. I was like, you want to put your childhood trauma on a fucking t-shirt. That ugly ass face of him describing his shadow. He puts on a t-shirt and then a fucking chain. He wants to put it in diamonds and show everyone that he's this. And he wears it around proudly. This is who I am. This is how I view myself, as this ugly person. I wish I could just hide my face. Well, that's how we see you, bro. Going back to it, though, the fucking jerseys, they look like, you know, they look like race car fucking shit, just covered in a bunch of fucking logos. Just a bunch of fucking, you know what I mean? It's messy, bro. Then you go back to Jonica's videos, bro. They're fucking plain, bro. It's a fucking drop screen, and you're bringing in, you know, minimal props. She's cringe as fuck behind the camera. How can you be a model and be cringe as fuck behind the camra? That's supposed to be your closest, you're supposed to be the most comfortable behind the camera. And now I'm seeing Wolfman. What do you say to these bitches to get them comfortable behind the camera? Because she looks awful behind the camera. Ugh, cringe. And that's it. Her insecurities turn on when the fucking all eyes on you. That video was horrendous. Horrendous. And all she was trying to do was look cute. Are you trying to look cute, or are you trying to send a message? And the message is, I'm cute and I'm damaged, and I will just sit as a fly in your room. What, bitch? Whole Eve, bro. A whole Eve while I'm over there, you know what I mean? Mentally fucking your man. Or he's jerking off to me in the bathroom because you're over there trying to look cute on the internet for other men. What the fuck, Chuck? And then Russ, your personal trainer is your brother. Your brother's pushing you to look sexy? He wants you to look better than him? I just want to point out how fat he was a couple years ago. Scroll down. This was a fat boy. Then we got your sister, who spends all day in therapy, and when she's not in therapy, she's studying people that study therapy. She's going to school to have a master's in psychology, but all mentally fucked up. And that dress was ugly, bro. You're gonna wear that dress to somebody's wedding? You thought you looked cute in it? Who told you that? Yeah, they show me all kinds of shit. Like, do you be stalking? No, they show me shit, and I just don't want to talk about it. I never want to talk about it, bro. I never even want to see it. Why do you show me all this? Entertainment purposes only is what I heard. I don't want to look at you guys, bro. You're a whole mess. You will spend all day looking at me like my life's a mess. Bro, I got God. What do you got? Loving is what I got. I mean, fuck. You guys do the mostest. All you gotta do in a day is fucking eat. You know what I mean? Shower your ass, smile, spread some love and light, be a good, be an inspiration to somebody, have a good day, enjoy what God has given you. You guys do the mostest every fucking day, bro. Like, every fucking day. All I gotta do right now is jump in the shower, feed my kids, try to find some ways for us to have some time together and laugh and joke and stuff. Any trials, tribulations, challenges that come up, an email, a phone call, a text message, we deal with as it comes. We don't go looking for fucking trouble. Trouble comes and finds us. We deal with the trouble if there's trouble. But you know what I mean? In the sense of, I'm not a superhero fucking listening to the radio dispatch looking for a place to put myself so I can just swing into action. I'm fine not putting on my cape today. I'm fine not being, being so super, kid super. You and your weirdo friends, bro. I get it. We're weird. We attract weird people. We're going to work on that. Oh, God. Russ. My stomach hurts. You hear my stomach, Russ? Kind of all of you do. Fucking twin flames. The sad part is God's going to do it to so many. It's the unconditional, there's so many of you. I didn't know, bro. I didn't even know what a fucking twin flame was, bro. But you better watch out and don't get caught up into the fucking psychological juju that they be trying to put on this, romanticizing this relationship, bro. It's not romantic, bro. I mean, I guess there was blowjobs and shit, but that's another form of love. It's not that. It's not. I promise you. And going back to it is like, dude, God's going to put someone in your life, bro. They're already here. They're already here, bro. You have no idea. It's not your one and only. And there's a few of them, bro. You'll cross them in your life, dude. You were meant to meet each other again in this life, bro. You're meant to do this shit again in this life, but, have a different ending. And it'll happen, bro. Just a whole fucking stranger that you're about to bow down to and you don't even know. You're about to literally lose control to. And you don't even know it, bro. And there is no reason, and they are completely not what you would fuck with. They are against everything, all of your principles, bro. All of your principles. You would never. You're going to, dude. He's going to use the love in your heart to break your fucking pride and ego. He's going to make you fall in love with somebody. No, it's already there. He's not going to make you. He's going to turn it on. You're not even going to know where it came from, bro. You're going to be like me, like, what the fuck is this? I'm serious, dude, and you're never too old to fall in love. It just happens. Poor Marshall. It's like, what the fuck is this? I hate women. I hate them. Do you hate me? I love you too. He never hates me. He never hates me. He never hates me. He loves me. Where the fuck did this come from? I know. Ask Russ, Allie, all of us, dude. What the fuck is this? Then you're like, it makes you have to fucking change everything about you. Like, oh, fuck. It's there, bro. And God's, I'm here just to show people. And many of you will realize that, I've ran into other twin flames, dude, along the way, bro, that didn't even know they were twin flames. They were actually in union and didn't even know it. They tell me their stories. I'm like, oh, shit, you guys are full-on twin flames. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, they're out there, bro. You don't even know it, dude. And you have this love. There's nothing that they can do, confirmation, to turn it on, bro. It's in there, bro. It's going to turn on and you cannot turn it off, bro. And it's going to change your life forever. And there could be more than one, and that's what I'm here to show. I saw something. I never knew the definition. I could ask my daughter. She knows everything about that shit. But I saw that Neo in his polyamorous relationship. And then I was like, what does that mean? And it just shows all these girls. And then it's like he added another wife to his polyamorous. Okay, poly and then amorous. I'm putting together the Latin, it derives from the Latin word. I'm like, all right, so you have all this love to give, and that's kind of where it is showing you even in these third parties. It's not that, you know what I mean? Bobby doesn't love his wife. You know what I mean? These are all different types of love that you have. It's, you know what I mean? You have all these different types of love inside of you, and it's exploring the love and finding the true love. I have plenty of love, but what is true love that brings me, you know what I mean? That brings me that feeling. You know what I mean? And that's where I can show you is through all my twin flames. It's all unconditional love. It's all limitless. It's not all the same. It's not all physical attraction. It's not all of that. It's just limitless love with multiple people, and where it's not that. And that's where the competition came in. You know, a lot of them were like, well, you can't, especially Russ. It's like, you can't love me and him. Now I have to fight for your love. No, I don't. I love you just fine. And that's where we've learned from conditional love is like, we've learned from other people that they can't love more than one person. If you're giving them your love and attention, then you're not giving it to me. You can't give it to me. And that's where the competition, the backbiting, the insecurities and all that comes from, is I've got to be better than that person so you'll love me like you do that person. But it's, you know, and that's where all this conditional love is, and it breaks down, you know, God's love is unconditional. It means, like, you know, it doesn't matter what you do or don't do, I'm going to love you fully. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take away my love because you're not acting right. Or I'm not going to, you know what I mean, love you more because you're, you know what I mean, showering me or something. You know, doing the extras. That's what that is. So, that's just, I guess I feel very empty now. I'm ready to move on with my life. The sun is shining in my face. The birds are flying by. Our message today is, you know, I guess we'll start with this. I'll pull some cards later. Is, you know, the exploration of your feelings, like we always talk about, but, you know, these relationships. And that came up yesterday. It keeps coming up, is, you know, leaving these karmic relationships. What is karmic? It just means it's a relationship of karma where you had to learn some really tough lessons, where you reaped what you've sown in this relationship. That's it. All my relationships are karma. I'm learning about, you know what I mean? I learn about myself through the relationships I have with others. That's it. A karmic doesn't mean it's a bad person. It just means I'm learning my lesson with you. That's it. They're leaving the karmic. They're leaving their karma. It's not a person. It's an energy between two people. Or, you know, because like Lewis isn't in a relationship with anyone, but he's got karmic relationships. You know, same with, you know what I mean? His karmic is his job. He's leaving his karmic. You mean his job? His karma? The things that keep him trapped, that he has to learn hard lessons from, and until he learns these lessons, he's trapped within this relationship. You know what I mean? That's what that is. It's not necessarily a person, and it's not a bad person. It's just, you're going to learn. Through this relationship, you're going to learn some hard lessons. You're going to learn you're going to face karma in this relationship. That's all that means. And that's what I mean, too, is like, these men are my karma. Even if we came together, we're still going to have to learn very hard lessons between each other. The only difference is the love. That's it. We don't have to build love. The love is already there. We have to, you know what I mean? The love is already fully there. We're not trying to fall in love or make someone love each other. We're trying to learn how to work with this love that is already there. That's all. It's interesting. And, you know, and that's where it is like, you know, especially with them. If it was easy, like I just wanted a boyfriend and I just, you know, if I was a typical girl, it would be easier to see this as a, you know, a typical twin flame, like we're going to get together and we're going to have great sex and we're going to, you know what I mean? But I'm not a typical girl. They can't look at me like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they think about it, but it's not like they know that it's not based on that. They know that would be part of it if we got that close, but that's not the basis of why they're trying to get close, where it's not, you know, a physical attraction. Don't get me wrong, I'm physically attractive, but that's not what it is. That's just some of it. And then I have my days where, you know, I don't put on no makeup or nothing, and, you know, I'm not that girl. But I'm still, and that's where it is the love is still there if I'm not pretty. If my words aren't pretty, my actions aren't pretty, my face isn't pretty. And that's the same thing with those guys. I still love them, even though they're looking ugly out here. Yep. So, I'm done. Make sure you catch the short, and then we'll pull some cards later, and that's what's going on. And that's it. It's like, I can't make them go away. I didn't even ask for this. God did this. And he'll do it to you, too. One day. One day, he'll do it to you, too. I'm sure of it. Why? Because he wants, because you need to experience unconditional love. Everybody does. And this is how he does it. This is how we do it. That's what he's gonna do. And that's it. I write the books on the twin flame journey. I teach everyone what the real twin flame journey is. Oh God, this bitch. I was on such a good no, don't bring that bitch to my face. What is it? Empress Ava Tarot. She comes out here telling people that she's in a twin flame. And that, she's got this great relationship and all this shit, but you can tell that's not a twin flame journey. That's not, because once you come into I just had to breathe for a minute, because maybe all of yours are not as high vibrational as mine, but once I come into union, like once we're in an actual relationship, or just in the physical location, in the 3D, we've come together in the 3D, we're doing big things. Big things, bro. You're not going to see me doing the same things, neither him. None of them. And realistically, all of my 12 twin flames will come together with me. All of them will, and we'll come together as a group. That's how this works. It'll be the biggest, baddest boy band group you ever saw. It's, we got like still 55 years of this. I don't know how far they are in dealing with this, but it's a brotherhood. And when that happens, we're not living normal lives. You're not going to see us out here just being, deet to deets, ordering DoorDash and shit. When two divine beings come together, it's because they have divine work to be done. Your twin flame is not divine, or he's not your twin flame. To be a twin flame is to be a divine being. You're waking up to your divinity, and you're waking up your partner to their divinity as well. One or the other will walk in their divinity before the other, because there's the leader and then there's the follower. I'm going to lead you guys into this. You're going to follow me into this, and we will all be back in the light. That's how this works. Some of them, the ego, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But going back to it, you can't come into union until you are in a whole place. And that's it. It's like, it took 2 years for me and Bobby to come back together and face each other, only for us to go back into separation and have to heal even darker and deeper levels. How long has it been since I talked to Marshall? I don't know. The gates haven't opened since, I don't know, a couple weeks now. That's it. We're cut off. We're not allowed to be in each other's energy. We have to do separate fucking work. And that's what that is. And these girls think that, just because they never, they don't understand what they're supposed to be doing with that time when they're not together. And it's not like you're waiting for the time to come together, because you know that once you come together, it just means more work. Let's go back to me and Bobby. It's going to be, how do I reach out to her now? This is going to take a lot. What am I going to say to her? And it's the same thing. What am I going to say to him if he talks to me? We've gone through so much already just being apart. We're supposed to act like this whole time apart, like what we did, like everything didn't happen. No, it makes it hard. We have to heal all this before we can even come back together and talk about this. That's it. Unhealed fucking wounds are going to keep us apart until we're ready. And is it mine? No, it's his now. I shoved him into his. I did mine, and now it's his. And that's just kind of how it is. It's like, it's just, here comes Puck. That's just the way it is. It's the dynamics of how this situation is built. You know what I mean? We're not fully healed, any of us, but we can get to a midpoint level where we can come back, we're on the same level for a moment in time again. For a moment in time, we can cross each other's paths again, only to keep circling around and doing all this individual healing. But without the healing, you're not going to cross my path again. If I'm always healing, the only way you'll cross my path is in my unhealed places. And that's where me and Marshall go to, is like, oh God, we got healing to go to. We have healing to do together. We must talk our way through this. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's a lot of individual healing. If we're both on the same, we're both healing the same mommy wounds, or we're both both in a healing, then we're connected in that healing. But then after that, it's like, okay, now we've healed. Now we got to go take our healed ways elsewhere. That's how it works. You don't fully understand this. But again, having all of this going on, it's like, fucking boyfriend. I got like fucking 12 of them. Me and my invisible boyfriends. I got plenty. I'm gonna just sit here and all of a sudden God says, go look at Russ while you're sitting next to me. This isn't gonna go well. You're not gonna like me looking at these guys. And that goes back to those karmics yesterdays. They can't stand them watching you. You better figure this out, because they can't stop. They can't stop. You know what I mean? That's me. God will be like, go look. I can't not look. I mean, I can for a while, but that doesn't do any good. You know what I mean? I can stay, and that's what I do. I stay as far apart as I can. I stay away from them as much as I can all day, till God says. You know what I mean? I'm minding my own business. Here comes Allie. Just drive around till the sun comes down. Oh, come on, Allie. The sun's coming up. Nope. Wake up in the middle of the night. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. That's such a fucking good... Dude, that's the best saying going forward. There's a lot more to that saying. You don't fully get it. Diddy? Diddy. That's my new saying. Diddy, like D-I-D-D-Y. And then the answer is D-I-D-H-E. Diddy? Diddy. It's my new code word. Diddy? Diddy. I'll make a song. I just don't know what I'm going to do with that shit. Diddy? Diddy. That's my saying right now. It just came out a couple days ago. I just keep saying it. Oh, goodness. All right, guys. I love you. Fuck. What was this video about? I don't know. Cleaning out our closet on a fucking... Changing your panties. My Holy Spirits, I swear. Hey, I'll catch you guys later, and yeah, dig into your relationship juju and try to get to the bottom of that bullshit. Good luck with that.